and you said, Monique said I stood by and watched my daughter be. D.L. Hughley, that's your conscience talking to you, brother.
When you get to talking about how Monique is not loved and this, that, and the other, that's...
Never gave her best YouTuber in the world. Never gave her the best YouTuber in the world.
What part of the game is this?
Girl, really?
Now Monique and her daddy are back, and they had a couple of words for D.L. Hughley. Let's see what they had to say. Make sure you like the video and subscribe.
Our brother, D.L. Hughley. And we are firm believers on what is right and what is wrong.
Yes.
So we got to start off by saying there was an inaccuracy as it regards Monique saying that there was a cease and desist that was given to DL to shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
What had taken place, to be accurate, was after Monique spoke to Brother DL on that conversation, Brother DL said, what?
Well, after we spoke on that conversation, when we hung up that phone, the last thing he said was, it is what it is. And I said, DL, then we're going to have to get our attorney involved. That's the last thing me and DL Hughley said on that conversation.
And after having that conversation with Monique, we went and got our attorney involved, Attorney Anderson. At the time, there were some emails that were transferred back and forth between his side and our side, and it escalated to a point when we had our attorney on the email, whereby then finally DL said that he would scratch the interview.
Yes.
So it was inaccurate that a cease and desist had to be given. However, that was the next step, and that's what Monique remembered, because when I discussed it with her, we said that would be the next step. But to DL's credit, at that moment, when it had escalated, that's when he decided to shut it down. However, that is a bit different from how it seemed to have been communicated, whereby on the phone, they were having a conversation and it was kumbaya. Though he never used those words, kumbaya, it did not end with her being under the impression that this was going to be resolved and shut down. So we wanted to make that clear out of love and respect for Brother DL. And despite all the commentary that he gave, with all the crunches she be doing, the captain's in the front.
I do.
And
I do.
tell her.
I'm a sneak snacker, baby.
And she doesn't sneak when she snacks.
Okay. Hey.
But nonetheless, we wanted to be clear, because at the end of the day, we black folks in this world of entertainment. And there was a level of harshness in his return that seemed a little bit exaggerated for the moment. And we wanted to make it clear. And I think Monique can...
You know, when I watched DL say, she went after my wife, she went after my daughters, I want to really be clear who I went after so that there's no confusion here. When I was on stage, when I'm on stage and we are performers, we are performing to the audience in front of us. When I was on that stage and I said it must be hard to perform oral sex.
But differently.
Okay, on a coward. That had nothing to do with Mrs. Hughley. That insult was directed straight to you, DL. That had nothing to do with your wife. That was straight to you. So it felt like you were trying to pass it off as if I was going after your wife. When it comes to your daughter, to the baby that you did a post about, you did an interview about, I didn't do that interview. I simply reposted what you said. So when you say, Monique, you went after my daughter, that's untrue, DL. I posted what you said. And then when you said on your when you were really going for it with your shades on, and you said, Monique said, I stood by and watched my daughter be. D.L. Hughley, that's your conscience talking to you, brother. I never said that. I never said that. And I want to be a little clear about something else. Never would I try to do anything to harm any of your babies, because we got babies too. So never would I try to do anything to harm your children. However, what I was saying to your daughter and to the other daughters out there, I know what it's like for your daddy to know you've been touched and he not protect you, because my daddy did the same thing. That's what that whole point was. But I was showing why I would call you a coward, brother. I don't think it's brave that you didn't protect your baby. So when I said what I was saying, let me be clear to you, D.L. Hughley, it had nothing to do in reference to your family, and you know that. Now, when you were speaking and you were going off and you said, what did you say? She was so offended by the game we play, but you didn't say what the offense was. And that's the part for me that is disheartening, that you continue to try to trick and smoke and mirror our people. If you're going to say it all the way through. When you say family is sacred, you are absolutely right, baby. You're right. But when you say would my husband rather, and you co-sign your team of people doing that, well, isn't my husband sacred? With that,
If we come together, we're going to win just by default. So at the end of the day, when you get to talking about how Monique is not loved and this, that, and the other, that's your perception. But what I'll say is it is due to the love that we have that we're able to love those that say things that could be construed as hurtful, but we understand that the old saying of hurt people hurt people. So we don't take what you say personally, brother. And again, it's nothing but love. In addition to the fact, I'm Q-Sci-Fi. Just like you, except I've been in about 29 going on 30 years. I'm not going to argue with you, frat. Ain't nothing but love. So we wanted to extend that to you and let you know what it is. And again, if you ever want to speak, let's have a real conversation.
This ain't what we gonna do. Every last one of y'all know this was a fake apology. Y'all know ain't no love lost between D.L. Hughley and Monique. And maybe Monique's husband is such a good guy that he's forcing her to sit on his camera and act like it's all love. But every time he spoke, I felt like he was speaking for her because she didn't have it in her to just really apologize to DL and say something nice. Because you notice when she spoke, you know what Monique said? Oh, you a coward for letting that happen to your daughter. then the husband try to pull out the frat brothers, high school, see, school, we broke. Like, no, nigga. Your wife, this is not an apology. His wife just said, oh, yeah, I said you a coward for letting it happen. Monique, did you speak to his daughter? Is that how his daughter feels? You talking about your own situation. You can't put your situation on his daughter. She might not look at her father the way you look at your father. Am I preaching right now? like what? This wasn't no apology. Look at her face. Look at Monique's face. Look at her face, bro. Oh, no. I know these women. We got one of these in all of our families. She like she just playing it cute. She playing it cute. And so look, she's choosing to not respond to D.L. Hughley in the mad ghetto black woman attitude. But this is not an apology. I see all of y'all dumb YouTubers. I'm sorry, y'all are idiots. Anybody who is posting this as an apology, you are a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. Flat out. This is not an apology. This is a response. And she's just keeping it cute. I can't believe this. Y'all are really talking about Monique apologizes to DL Hughley. What? Even the Shade Room wasn't dumb enough to say that. They just said, oh, you know, she addressed it. Because this ain't no apology. Not when you say this.
However, what I was saying to your daughter and to the other daughters out there, I know what it's like for your daddy to know you've been touched and he not protect you, because my daddy did the same thing. That's it. What you said, what that whole point was, but I was showing why I would call you a coward, brother. I don't think it's brave.
Okay, like this is an apology, y'all. This is an apology, y'all. Y'all gotta stop this, bro. I hate some of y'all. And I'm not talking about people who watching the video. I be hating the other YouTubers, bro. They just want some clicks, my nigga. Just call it what it is. She responded. You will not, you might see me call this a fake apology before I say it's an apology. And I'm standing with DL on this one, bro. You brought up his daughter. And you said some foul stuff, Monique. Monique, I'm 100% with you. Did Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey do you wrong? Did Hollywood do you wrong? Was you the fat chubby girl in Hollywood that got did wrong? Do women need or deserve equal pay? 1,000%. But why can't you just admit that you was fucked up for saying that? Why can't you just admit that? Why? I feel like this video is you doubling down on it. Because you going on tour with Cat Williams. If y'all don't know, yeah, she going on tour with Cat. Which makes sense. I was like, oh, she about to have something come out. If she was doing the interview with Shannon Sharpe, I knew something was about to happen. So she going on tour with Cat Williams, who was just up there on Shannon Sharpe. And it made me think, I wonder if Cat called in a favor from Shannon just to get him to interview her. Even though that's a stretch, because I feel like Shannon isn't dumb. He knows enough to know that Monique has had an issue with Tyler Perry and Oprah and everybody else. So she was going to come up there and say something worthwhile. I don't think he needed anybody to convince him to let her come up. But I just feel like they're all kind of in cahoots. You just pop up on Cat Williams' tour. Oh, you knew that was going on already. This was the rollout. Now I'm going to go up there on Shannon and now we going to try to boost up the tickets. That's fine. I have no issue with black people getting paid. I'm just saying I see what it is. But you know what you did, Monique. Shame on you, girl. And all this fake, you know, happy and blessed and all that stuff. I don't like people who do that too. Just say, look, I love God. I love our people. But on this issue, I'm not budging. I would respect that. You don't got to apologize to him, but just say, yeah, I said it and I ain't taking it back. See, that's another thing. See, that's the Monique we fell in love with. Not the Monique that's going, like, you know, hide the hand in the Instagram video and then go on stage and then talk her shit. Keep that same energy. I feel like you, look, if she would have came on here and she would have let DL have it, I bet the tickets would go up a little more. Oh, I can't wait to see what she gonna say on stage. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. But some of y'all gonna eat up this fake ass apology. Y'all can do that. I'm not. I'm sorry. The double down is the crazy thing to me. She doubled down on it, y'all. She doubled down on it. And yeah, she was 100% right. DL Hughley did talk about it. That don't mean that you take it and twist it and turn it into what you turned it into. And then like basically just came up on here and lied and said You never said that. You did say it. Like, how do you lie about something and say, I never said that, and then turn around and say, oh, but I did say this? No, you said exactly what he said you said. Then you lied about it and then tried to reword it in a way to say that it was right. Like I just said, bro, I'm 100% on her side when it comes to her getting her fair share for whatever money anybody cost her, even DL in that contract situation. I feel like DL was wrong for that. But when it comes to you speaking on his daughter, Monique, you was wrong. You was wrong for that. And I'm standing on that. And if anybody want to unfollow the channel, unsubscribe, y'all go ahead, bro. I can't believe Monique just did that. And you got people out here saying this is an apology. At least DL was real and kept it real. Monique, you should have gave us a preview of some of them jokes you gonna say at his at that Cat Williams tour you going on, cause you know she gonna have some jokes for DL Hughley. And maybe it was right. Maybe it was right for you to save him. You gonna get paid and you gonna wait. But nah. You should have gave us a preview. I needed a tester. I needed a sample of them jokes you gonna have for DL Hughley, Miss Fake Apology. You and that friendly coochie that you was talking about on the Shannon Sharp interview. You and that friendly coochie. Monique was looking good in them boots too. I saw you with that all black on in them boots, Monique. Them boots were made for walking. I still love you, but just keep it real with a nigga. Just keep it real with me, bro. Just keep it real. That's all I be asking, bro. We just gotta keep it real. An apology, y'all. Ooh, shandreme condreme cinco. Some of y'all saints, boy. Some of the saints. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. I miss cherry lip balm. I was gonna say lipstick. That cherry lipstick, nigga, this Supreme. How many of y'all niggas got Supreme chapstick, boy? This rich nigga shit. Y'all go ahead. Make sure y'all like the video and subscribe. I'm gonna see y'all next time. Peace.